No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, the running back looking for room. At the 35, he's open. Racing down the left side. Turning on the Jets. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Catch in the middle, it's sharp. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Pulls it in. Turning it on. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Takes the grab. It's sharp. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Man, that's how you finish plays. That is absolutely beautiful by this defense. Way to play physical, not give up those extra yards to give up that first down.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Under fire. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got...
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still...
Converts on fourth down. Still going. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. To the air. It's Manning. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice.
All out of space. Touchdown Longhorns! Once he got some room, it was over. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Hey, man, you want to make a statement defensively, make hits like that. You're going to start having these receivers think twice about running these routes. This defense came to play, and they are laying the wood.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Buys a little extra time. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll go back to the ground. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, Dave. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wingo. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Finds his big tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texans!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much in the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. Hits the crease. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Give to the back. There he goes. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's 2nd down. This should be the last play of the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Finds his back in the middle. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking left. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
He's not afraid to go deep. Snags it down the right side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Wants to go up top on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fakes to grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
They go to the ground. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The play action fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic.
He lets it fly. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. He fires to the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls in the deep ball. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Tech?
Just keeps moving. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud.
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. He wants to throw it again. Moves around to clear up the vision. Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. LSU trying to convert a fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the point after is good. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Off play action on first down. He unleashes a long one. Makes the catch on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. QB draw. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
They're going to ride this running back.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
He's taking the shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, that was going to take a Herculean effort by that kicker, and he just didn't have enough leg on that kick.
Here's a heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Looking for room at the 40, and they get him down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up, but you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a two-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield, it's Manning. He wants to go deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Creates a little room. Got the first down and more. He's loose. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by dang tackling.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown LSU. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flare, a 77-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Manning. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. It's a running room. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it out. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Kicking team's got it.
Punt returns are always exciting. It seems like you're always holding your breath. Can you make the guy miss? Is going to be a big hit. Nice return. He almost gets all the way to the end zone. You can tell he smells the pylon, but he just gets inside the 5.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown LSU. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gets the back moving. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Dropping back, it's Manning. He lofts one down the sideline. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Fires on the move. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Offense changing the play. On fourth down, looking to pass. Time to take a shot. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and no good. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Back to throw, it's Manning. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches.
Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Not the biggest return, but he sets them up inside the red zone at the 19.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up first and goal from the 7.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking them.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this is why you see tight ends featured in offenses now across college football. They're so pivotal because they're so big, so strong, can break tackles, and then can outrun people and get to the end zone. Big play by the big fella.
On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Hold and fired complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have
wide open spaces. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. So first down will open up the final period. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking to pass. It's Manning. That's reeled in. It's Moore. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Longhorns racing to the line in a hurry-up. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated.
Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages a quarter.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. To the air on first down. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. They'll run it to the right side. Makes it past the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here comes the hurry up. Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, you certainly...
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Flying out to the left. The tag. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive. QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th.
Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback...
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They want that clock to run. It's a seam wide open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Might as well give it to him again. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
He wants to change this route. Trying to get the corner. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. LSU right back to the line. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, LSU! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. Fights off the defender. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Looking to throw, it's Manning. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Brings it in down the left side. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's dragged down to the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The give to the back. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country, and now they have to look themselves in the mirror and see if they can get this thing right.
Yeah, they got hammered. Like, this was not competitive. This was a bad performance, and the committee watches every single week. And being the #1 team in the country, obviously you got some pressure on you, but this squad's got to perform better. They got to show up, man. This was an embarrassing loss, and Jesse, they're going to have to get some things fixed if they want to go try to compete for the ultimate prize.
I think the problem, if you're the head coach of this former #1 team, is that you've got a lot of problems to solve. What went wrong? Because they never even showed up. They didn't even look motivated in this game, and they got dominated in all 3 facets on the field. This isn't just a one